Hello and welcome back to Dry Bones Garage. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. This episode is a part of a little series where me and my dad attempt to create a hot rod out of a '63 Corvair. We drove all the way to Illinois to buy it and started to work on it until we realized the frame was rusted out, which forced us to change tack. We then went to a local boneyard to see if they had any cars that we could use as a frame donor, and eventually we landed on a G-body Cutlass. We took it home and started to strip it, which is what we're going to finish in this video.
That's actually fairly clean and straight. Smell like burnt rubber in here.
Please don't get mad, but I'm about to commit a sin here. The tools I was using weren't cutting the tank straps, so I grabbed what I thought could, and that happened to be a metal sheet shear. It did the job, it worked, but when I told Dad, he cringed.
I don't know if we're going to get it all from It seems like the deeper we get into this car, the more cancer we're finding in places just like your Corvair, which isn't a surprise. We bought this for the frame mostly, and we're hoping to get more bang for our buck out of this. So far, that's not proving to be the case as much as I would have preferred. Windshield was a big disappointment. Anyways, but you said you wanted to try and retain the flavor of that Corvair as much as we can, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we want to try having this thing running by spring.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't care so much about making it pretty and nice. We're just trying to make it run, and then once we've got that sorted out, then we'll come back, pull it apart, and next winter try and make it nice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you want it running by spring, it ain't going to be pretty. It's going to be kind of a hack and slash job, and then try and make it right from there. Once I quit my job and we worked on it 7 days a week, all day. Now I know there's people out there that could do this in a big friggin' hurry. I know just enough to get myself in trouble, so yay. need us. That was unexpected. Say what?
I asked if you needed help.
Not anymore. Just stay the heck away from this. I'm not sure which way she's gonna flop.
Okay.
That I didn't see coming. Like an idiot.
What?
I said like an idiot. I didn't see that. That's unusual. Most of these things don't get that. Wow! That one actually came. I'll be dead. There it is. All right, let's get one on the other side. There's another one over here. Sure enough. Oh, yeah. These things almost never have this one. I'm thinking somebody added these.
For protection or for extra support?
I don't know, but you get up on like the G-Body websites. Nobody ever sees these. I shouldn't say nobody, but it's very rare. And these just fell out. Look at these. They look brand new. Well, I shouldn't say brand new, but they look very fresh. When everything else broke out, you know? Why do those look so nice when everything else was garbage? Did not expect to see those. All right, let's drag this thing back out. That's where we buy anything up here again. We need to take like a pick hammer and poke, 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 poke at the bottom of everything.
When we go to the junkyard?
Anywhere, anyhow, anyway.
When we buy cars?
When we buy anything up here, if we buy anything up here again. I don't like buying northern crap because this.
Except from like snow and
Salt
dust.
gets at everything. I don't know how much of this we're going to use, if anything.
What are we going to do with the body?
I don't know. I was figuring we'd use the tunnel, but even the tunnel, how in the heck? I've never seen a tunnel rot like that. I've had some rusty cars, but I've never had them rot out there, you know?
Yeah.
Growing up, I can't tell you how many $300, rat boxes I drove, and for how long before I finally got a nicer car, and it was still a rotted out rat box. You know what? We probably could have saved ourselves a lot of effort and just speared the thing, set it off to the side, and been done. Unfortunately. I mean, we harvested some clean sheet metal off the sides of it and the roof, but I think it would have been easier just to kind of bring the forks in. Beep, beep, beep. Let the frame drop. And then set the body to the side, then cut it apart.
Would there have been a risk to the frame if we did that?
I don't think so. I don't know. This is kind of a double whammy. This is a chance to make, I don't know why. With that car, I just saw it and it screamed gasser to me. But your sister doesn't like gasser look, so we're kind of making a mild hot rod type thing. This will be a lot hotter than a Corvair would normally be, necessarily, but it's also going to be a fair sight heavier, so it may just balance out, and this will come out about even with a nicer, like the Corsa or something. But it'll be something that she can learn with. We're all learning, doing this. It kind of saves the body of the car. Hopefully we're saving, to a degree, the spirit of the car. We're keeping it on the road when otherwise, it may not. The people we bought it off of, they abandoned the project for one reason or another. They had said time. Maybe they meant it. Maybe they found the rot, and were playing dumb. But I don't think so. Let's get this thing inside on some blocks. Let's get the... We need to have a serious talk here. What do you want to do? How do you want to do this?
I know. What?
Overall, the easy thing to do would be to literally gut this frame, clean it up, strip it down to nothing, get it inside that car, mount it to the car, pull it back out, start painting it. If we're going to bolt it in, if we're going to weld it in, then we've got a whole different set of...
Are we gonna have to like sand this and clean it up?
We're going to have to do something. We can take a wire wheel to it, clean a lot of the scale up, and then get some chemical rust converter is one of the things we could do with it. We're still really short on power out here, so I'm getting a little 110 motor for that compressor. It ain't going to be enough to drive a sandblast or anything like that, which would be probably the best way of cleaning this frame up. But that's, it's just, that's out of the budget right now, trying to get 220 out here. And this is supposed to be an inexpensive build. The whole point is a first budget build. And this is already, stretching. I've played with things like this. I did a V8 SWAT, then a Supra. But this is beyond anything I've ever done. So I don't have the level of knowledge, experience, expertise, whatever you want to call it, that I would like to have. This is kind of, we're all growing here, we're all learning. You're the only one that's getting actual training, and schooling on this stuff. Your sister and I are just having some fun. No. So anyways, now we've got this thing apart, we can actually take some better measurements. That's my measuring tape. Right. What we really should do is move that over here and then get the Malibu, or not the Malibu, this frame and your car sitting side by side, where we can dink, dink, dink back and forth, figure out how much we have to cut out of the car before we can get this into the car. I'm pretty sure that pretty much from here back, we're gonna have to cut these, or we're gonna have to somehow or another fit, angle the body down, tail down, and pull the car over those frame horns to use them. Or we're gonna have to do something different there. I'm not sure what yet. If we do pull those in, or cut them off clean and then make our own extensions, we're gonna have to do something with the gas tank, because that gas tank fits pretty snug to the inside of that roadside frame horn there. There's gonna be a lot of figuring, a lot of thinking, a whole lot of that we can't show on the camera. Get ready. Our work's doubled.
Oh my gosh. Hey, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. So I grabbed what I thought could, and that happened to be a sheer... Say hello. There it is in all its glory. Glory. Glory, glory, glory. What was that noise? You can't feel your hands?
Oh. Granny's got arthritis. That was from some Irish guy who was always selling kitchen products, and he always said, Granny's got arthritis, and I don't remember the rest of what he said. I only remember that one part, and that was from like a video from like 2 years ago. I don't know.
Beep, beep, beep.